In other news, the Tunisia runoff election is over and a new president has been declared. Beji Caid Essebsi won the election with 55% of the vote. He defeated interim president Monsef Marzouki. The election marks Tunisia's return to full democracy after the Arab Spring began there 4 years ago. Essebsi's campaign claimed victory early on before the official results were even announced, angering Marzouki and his supporters.
It's the first time such elections have happened. We are very happy that Beji Caid Essebsi has won. That's what we were expecting.
I hope that Mr. Beji will calm things down. I am happy that we succeeded and all Tunisia won.
Essebsi's election is a political comeback. He served in Ben Ali's administration before Ali was ousted in 2011 during the Arab Spring. And for more on the Tunisian election, I'm joined right here in our studio by Sarah Feuer, and she is from the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. And Sarah, thank you. Welcome back to the broadcast. No big surprise here that Essebsi won. A lot of people have been criticizing him, saying this was a return to the old guard. He was in the Ben Ali government. Is it a return to the old guard?
Well, it's certainly the return of someone who served in the old regime. I think we have to wait and see whether this will be business as usual. There's a lot of pressure on Essebsi and his party, Nida Tunis, to prove that they are not a return to the status quo ante.
How was he able to pull off the win? Were people voting for him or against Mr. Marzouki?
I think it's a mix, but a lot of people were frustrated with the way that things were handled over the last 3 years since this interim government took control after the uprising. And you even have a number of voters who gave the Islamist Party a chance in 2011, but were then very disappointed with governance, the slow pace of reforms over the last few years. And now they want to give another party a chance and see how they are able to meet some of these challenges.
Mr. Essebsi won in the northern and coastal areas. Mr. Marzouki was very popular in the poorer regions in the south. How do you see the two bridging the gap and coming together moving forward?
Well, it's a big challenge, and it points to some divisiveness that the country really is going to have to tackle now. I mean, in some ways, you can look at the tale of Tunisia as a tale of two Tunisias in the last few years. So while there has been significant progress, it's remarkable that these elections succeeded the way that they did. On the other hand, you have real discrepancies, disparities, such as the one that you're pointing to between North and South, that need to be addressed now.
How will he contend, Mr. Essebsi, with having less power than his predecessors?
That's the big question. I mean, the new constitution sets up a hybrid system. He's going to have to share power with a prime minister, a government. The parliament has a lot of legislative authority now. And the presidency's main powers will be in foreign affairs and national security. There are a few areas where he will carve out some authority in the domestic realm. But the idea is that there's much more sharing of power going on. So we'll have to see whether he rises to the occasion.
Sarah Feuer, thank you so much for your time and insight as always.
Thank
you.
We
appreciate it.